Hello girls, gays, and non-binary babes. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name's Boston, and today we're talking about all of the books that I got for Christmas. A lot of these books, the majority of them, came from friends here in the book community, so thank you so much if you send me books. I literally cannot express how grateful and crazy, like how grateful I am and how crazy it is that people just send me books. It's so wild, and thank you always from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, the first books that I will be talking about are from people in the community, so yeah, let's just get started. So the first book that I got is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is an illustrated version, and it's also kind of interactive, so there's little bits and bobs in here, like a map of London, and there's like a note right here in an envelope, and there's like sheet music and different stuff like that. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. I've had this on my wish list for so long, but I could never justify buying it for myself because one, it was pretty expensive, and two, I already had a copy of Pride and Prejudice, so couldn't really justify it. But Izzy, I believe her name is Izzy Rain here on YouTube, but I can't remember her Twitter handle. But anyway, she sent me this, and I am so in love with it. I was so shocked, and I just kept saying like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, because I was so excited to hold this. So yeah, thank you Izzy for sending me this. I'm just so grateful. So the next 7 books came all from Savvy Reads Books. If you guys watch my channel, you know Savvy is always sending me books, and she's insane. So yeah, the next 7 are all from her. She always sends me little like reasons why she picked out a certain book for me. They're never like from my wish list, but they're always books that she thinks I would like, or something like that. So yeah, I'm super excited to talk about these especially. So yeah, the first book I have is The Loosening Skin by Aaliyah Whitley. This one I believe she said she sent me because the cover just looked like something I'd be really into, and I could not agree more. This looks right up my alley. This is about, it's kind of like a sci-fi horror, and it follows this girl who lives in this world where people molt and like shed their skin every so often, and she has like a rare disease, and it says her molts come quickly, changing everything about her life, who she is, who she loves, who she trusts. So I assume it turns her into a different person every time, rather than like, you know, you just shed your skin and like you're still the same person. I'm not quite sure on that, but this sounds right up my alley, and I'm so excited. Definitely weird, creepy horror vibes, and that is exactly what I love. Next we have Little Secrets by Jennifer Hiller. This one I don't really know anything about, but I think Savvy said that this is like one of her favorite books, and she thought I'd like it. Looks like this is kind of like a contemporary thriller horror, and it's about this girl who has this perfect life. She's married, she has a son, she's got like her own business, and her husband has his own business, and kind of like everything goes wrong, and her son is taken, and then her husband has an affair, and all these different things, and it definitely seems like it's kind of giving like Gone Girl or Behind Her Eyes, kind of like that kind of good for her kind of vibe, and I'm excited. Next up is another weird one, and that is The Pisces by Melissa Broden, and this is giving me very much The Shape of Water. Lucy has been writing her dissertation on Sappho for 9 years when she and her boyfriend break up in a dramatic flame out. Yeah, it's giving Shape of Water, and I'm interested. I thought Shape of Water was weird, but maybe in book form it'll interest me some more. Vivid realism and giddy fantasy. That's exactly how I would describe it. That's what it sounds like. Next we have I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. This is a thriller. I don't know what it's about. There's like no information on what it's about. I know it's a TV show or a movie. But yeah, I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure you know what it's about, so I don't think I need to describe it because I don't know what it's about anyway. But Savvy said that she thinks I'd like it, so I will probably like it because I trust her opinions. So yeah, this is like 200 pages too, so that's pretty nice. Cool. Okay, so yeah, that's that one. I don't really know anything about it, so my apologies. Next, will I get demonetized for this? Anyway, next, Savvy got me Safe Sex Volume 2. This is the second volume. She got me the first one. I haven't read it yet, but it looks right up my alley, so I'm super excited to read it. The artwork looks super cool. I'm into it. Can't show that. What can I show in here? Oh, cool. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Here, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited to have the second the second volume now. I don't know what this is about, but I think you can get the gist of it though. I'm gonna put this down though. And finally, we have 2 books that are part of a series, and that is Cute Mutants Volume 1 and 2. These I don't know much about. I know they're sapphic, I know it's like sci-fi, and it's YA. Don't normally, well, nowadays I don't normally do YA, but I have been wanting to read these. A friend of mine, Andy from Mouse Reads, they love this series, and I've been wanting to pick it up ever since they started recommending it, so I'm super excited to get into them. I don't know much except, like I said, it's sapphic and sci-fi. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like an X-Men kind of thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to read these. I actually thought they were also graphic novels at first, I think because they're called volumes instead of like books, but they're word books. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into these. So thank you once again, Savvy, for all the books. I have no words. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah. The next 2 I got from my dad for Christmas. I always put a bunch of books on my wish list, and he picks like a couple because he hates me because he doesn't like only want to get me books, which I wouldn't be upset if that was all he got me, but whatever. Anyway, he got me 2 books that I've been wanting for a while. And the first one is River of Teeth by Sarah Gailey. I love Sarah Gailey's writing. It's so incredible. This one is about kind of like an alternate universe. Like, not an alternate universe, but a reality that could have been a thing. Basically, in the early 20th century, the US government concocted a plan to import hippos into the marshlands of Louisiana to be bred and slaughtered as an alternative meat source. And this kind of follows what would have maybe happened if that had happened. And I love this. It was an incredible book. I'm planning on reading the second one. I think there's only 2, but yeah, it's incredible. It's super short, and I'm very happy to own it now because I want to do a reread very soon. And then second, we got For the Wolf by Hannah Witten. I love this book, and I'm so happy to have a copy now. It's everything. This is a fantasy. It's kind of like a Red Riding Hood retelling, and this girl is born into, I can't remember, yeah, the first daughter is for the throne, the second daughter is for the wolf. So our main character is the second daughter, and she is destined to be sacrificed, basically, and not everything goes as planned. The romance in here, excellent, excellent. Oh, so good. I love like a dark, mysterious, edgy kind of romance. Yeah, very, very good. And I really like the fantasy world in this. The second book is coming out soon, called For the Throne. Check it out. But yeah, love this book. Absolutely adore it. And I'm very excited to have my own copy. So thank you, Dad, for those 2 books. The next 2 books I got from one of my best friends, and he got me The Female Persuasion by Meg Wolitzer. I think I've actually been wanting to read this, but just never picked it up because I'd been interested in it in my YA phase, and this is not YA. So I guess now that I'm out of that, it's kind of given me the opportunity to read it, especially now that I own it. This is a contemporary, and it talks about like power, influence, ego, and loyalty, womanhood, and ambition. I think it might be sapphic. If it's not sapphic, they're really good friends, which is usually how it goes. But yeah, I can't tell from the synopsis if it's sapphic or not, but if it is, let me know because I'm interested. But yeah, I don't really know what this is like completely about, but it's kind of like a coming of age, I guess, coming to womanhood. And then finally from my friend, we have Botanical Beauty, and this is a book all about like not household, but things in nature that like will help like your skin, your health, stuff like that. Very interesting. I'm all about this kind of stuff, so this was the perfect gift. I'm very excited to kind of reference this and use some of the recipes in here. So yeah, super simple, but I love this. I have to pull up my phone for the next ones because I can't quite remember all that I ordered. Technically, I ordered these, but I got them with a gift card that my brother got for me. So technically my brother got me them. So technically they're still gifts. I got 3 books with a gift card that my brother got me. The first 2 are ones that I put on my list for my dad, but he did not get me, sadly. And I kind of like wanted those ones the most, to be honest. Anyway, the first one is Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. This is a nonfiction about like indigenous, says indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, stuff like that. And it's all about nature and like how indigenous people view nature. And this was one of the best books I read this year, and I definitely wanted my own copy. I listened to the audiobook, but I knew I needed my own copy to read over and over again because it just absolutely changed my life and it was incredible. So I got that one. That was like the first thing I added to my cart. The second thing I added to my cart was My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshvi. When I first read that book, I had no idea like my thoughts on it. I was like, what the fuck did I just read? But I came to love it and I am obsessed with it. It's like, it's my Joker, to be honest. What the Joker is to men, My Year of Rest and Relaxation is to me, to be honest. It's about a girl who takes a year and tries to sleep through the entire year using like sleeping aids and medication and stuff like that, and it's a slice of life kind of thing, and it just feels so raw and real, and I really loved that about it. I can't really explain other than that why I loved it so much, but it either really resonates with you or it doesn't. Like, the girls that get it, the girls that don't, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, I absolutely loved it and needed my own copy to reread until I die. So yeah. Final book that I got was The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. Clive Barker, I knew that name sounded familiar. Where is it? Where are you? Clive Barker. And it's funny because when I picked up this book at Walmart, I was like, Clive Barker sounds familiar, but I'd never heard of any of his other books, so it's funny now that I will be owning 2. Anyway, Clive Barker is a horror writer, and haven't read any of his stuff yet, but obviously I plan on it. I can't quite remember what it's about. I'm so sorry. This is one of the ones that I got where I'm like, I don't know what this is about, or like I read the synopsis and was like, I need this, and just immediately added it to my cart and then forgot about it. So yeah, it definitely involves, like, I think it's like a husband and his wife, and the wife, I think, like brings somebody back to life, and obviously it goes wrong because it's horror. Sorry, I can't quite remember. My apologies. But I'm so excited to read that, especially because I've heard nobody talking about it, and it was kind of like a thing where I saw it, I read the synopsis, and I picked it out myself rather than somebody else telling me to read it. So yeah, it's kind of special in that way. But the last 3 books that I have, I bought myself, and I got them from Ollie's. So I spent $15 on all 3. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm excited to talk about them. So let's talk about them. The first book I have is The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. I read this last year and I really loved it, and I knew I wanted my own copy. This is a sci-fi kind of story about an apocalypse that happens where people just start falling asleep and not waking up. And that's kind of like all I'll give to you. It's really atmospheric and the writing is super gorgeous, and it was just an incredible book, and it really stuck with me. So when I saw it for $4, I knew I had to pick it up. So yeah, I got this one. And I also got When We Were Vikings. This is by Andrew David MacDonald. This I've been wanting to read for so long. It's on the Book of the Month website as like an add-on, and I've been wanting to get it for so long, but I never, like, I usually skip the month for Book of the Month. I very rarely will get a book, but I've just been wanting this one, but I couldn't like get it on its own. So it was $5 at Ollie's, so I just got super lucky. This is like a Viking inspired like fantasy. When We Were Vikings is an uplifting debut about an unlikely heroine whose journey will leave you wanting to embark on a quest of your own, because after all, we are all legends of our own making. So yeah, this sounds super good. I cannot wait to read it. Oh, I'm just so excited I got it for $5. I can't believe it. And the final book that I got from Ollie's, the final book in this haul, is The Shadowland by Elizabeth Kostova. I read a couple weeks ago The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova, and when I saw this, I was like, I don't care what it's about, it's coming home with me. And it sure did. This was $4. And I knew I really loved Elizabeth Kostova's writing from The Historian. I gave it 4.5 stars, I think. But this one, The Shadowland, is a mesmerizing story that spans generations and unearths the troubled history of a gorgeous but haunted country. Love Elizabeth Kostova's writing. Cannot wait to pick this up. Cannot believe I got this for $4. I'm blessed. Anyway, yeah, that's that. And that is my haul for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you got for Christmas. I'm curious if you got any good books and other things, what have you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.